Hi, Muiz. How are you?
I'm very good. How about you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I am honoured.
Yep.
Imagine I don't know you. Tell me who you are and what you do.
Okay, so my name is Mo Yousef. I'm a property developer, investor. Originally raised in South London, Camberwell. Now currently reside in Bromley.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what does a property developer do?
That's a great question. So essentially, what the main thing that I do is I focus on HMOs.
Right.
So
And what is a HMO for
a
anyone who doesn't know?
HMO is a house of multiple occupancy, and it's basically a multi-let. So imagine one building, you've separated it into maybe 6 or 7 or 8 units,
Right.
and you are sort of banking on the rental.
So it's like a house
Yes,
with loads of people living in their own rooms
yes.
and they share a communal area like a kitchen and a bathroom?
No, no,
No?
not the
Okay.
way I do it.
Right.
When I first got into the game,
Yeah.
that's generally what you saw in terms
Okay.
of lots of people in one house
Yeah.
sharing one bathroom, one kitchen. But the way I do the HMOs is very high end,
Okay.
self-contained, all en suites. If we can, we put kitchenettes in the rooms as well if it's
Right.
big enough. The main thing is for everyone to have their own space, but also for the communal space to be nice, big, welcoming, that sort of co-living sort of stuff.
All right. Before we even go into the business side, how did we even get here? How did you become a property developer?
I ask myself that question every day.
Was it something you always wanted or you fell into it?
I would say I fell into it in some sort of way. So I got into property at the age of 21. And that's when I bought my first property in South London.
How? How did you buy a property at 21?
Great question. Yes. So, I always watch the shows, Homes of the Hammer.
I love that show.
Yeah, yeah. So, and I guess growing up where I was from, tower block, 2-bedroom flat. And there was quite a few of us sharing that 2-bedroom flat.
How many siblings do you have?
So 4.
Right.
So it was 4 of us at the time in there, mum, uncles, aunties from Nigeria. So there's quite a few of us, sometimes 10 people in a 2-bedroom flat, and we're just sharing. And I always wanted that opportunity at some point to own a property. And it's just the basic things at that point, in terms of...
Sorry to stop you.
Yeah.
Where did that desire even come from? Because you were raised in South London, Camberwell, on an estate, and you've got this desire to own property.
Yes.
Was it installed in you via your mother or via your uncles, your father? Or was it just something you were organically born with, do you think?
So what I would say, so my parents, they didn't own any properties in the UK at the time, but they were doing more investments back home in Nigeria.
Right.
So that's where I'm from. So they had the mindset of work hard here, make that money, and set up business and properties in Nigeria.
So your parents were business minded.
Exactly, yeah, 100%. And I guess I wanted to be the first from the family to do it here in the UK in terms of where we're based. And at that point there, if I'll be honest with you, I think their intention was, let's build the property and we're all going to go back. At that point there, I wasn't intended to go back. I was like, I'm here, let me try and set up here. And I think that's kind of changed now in terms of
it does.
the mindset. Yeah, exactly. So Nigeria's thriving right now. I was there last year, and it's amazing.
I'd love to go.
It's amazing. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's where it sort of came from, the hunger just to get into something like that and to own assets. And I knew long term it will hold its value.
Right.
Yeah.
So you bought your first property at 21. Take me through that. Lead me up to the point where you were able to buy a property at the tender age of 21.
Okay. So a lot of sacrifice, and
Explain the sacrifice.
I would say when a lot of my mates were traveling, Ibiza, the lad holidays and out every weekend and designer this, designer that, this sort of car, that sort of car. I wasn't doing that sort of stuff. I was very frugal, I would say, and just sort of stacking money away. Every money I get, I was just saving. And also credit is very important in terms of when you're buying. And my dad got into a situation with credit at some point, and he was, you know, teaching me, telling me that, you know, your credit's very important. Let me help you. So what he done, which I didn't realize at the time, which was, you know, very helpful in my journey, is he opened up a credit card and he utilized the credit card on my behalf.
Right.
So I gave him permission to utilize the credit card on my behalf. And he made sure that he kept up with the payments every single month.
Right.
Which in the background was building up my credit.
Right.
And at the time when I'm able to say to him, look, I'm ready to take the credit card now, you know, I'm responsible enough. He said, okay, cool.
Okay.
So, and he didn't really trust me if I was going to use it to start buying designer goods and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah.
So how much money did you save by being frugal, by not going to Ibiza, by not buying designer clothes?
25K.
How long did it take you?
A long time. A long time.
When did you start?
I think I started at such a long time ago now. I think I would have started from the age of sort of 17, 18.
To save at that age, when peer pressure is rife, to go out girls, expressing the young ladies.
Yeah.
What made you so dedicated to saving that amount of money? What was it? Because I think it's incredible.
Yeah. You know, it's, at the time when you're doing it, you don't realize. It's only now that I realize, especially when I speak to young people trying to get into the space. And it's very difficult to save that amount of money.
Yeah.
And I feel like right now, things have changed right now in terms of generation. And okay, like a car then, you didn't need to have a top car. As long as you had a car, okay, you're the guy.
Yeah.
That was it. So
true.
I think that the expectations now in 2025 is very different to, you know, how it was before. But like I said, it was a thing where I was very disciplined, very hard on myself. And sometimes it's a negative as well, because that sort of takes you, it's sort of embedded in you long term. So that frugalness kind of stopped me to spend on myself a lot of the times. So every achievement that I was hitting, I wasn't really spending on myself. I was kind of like, let me just save, keep on saving.
We will get into that because that's such an important point. In addition to, have you been celebrating your wins? Because if you're not spending on yourself, then I'm assuming you're not really celebrating yourself at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah.
We'll get into that.
Yes.
Right. So you saved £25,000.
Yeah.
Then what did you do?
Then I was just looking for a property. So at that time,
did you even know how to look for a property? What?
Not really. No. I'll be honest with you, because there wasn't really social media at that time. There wasn't anyone in particular who I could speak to say, this is my plan. How do I maneuver? It was literally just going to estate agents, talking to them, and going online and seeing what was available within my budget. And I can't tell you how many properties I viewed. Loads of properties all around South London.
What was your budget at the time?
Well, obviously I spoke to the broker, and in terms of the 25K, you know, I think I worked out to be, I put down 15% at the time, or 10%, I can't remember. So I was looking around the 100 and something mark. Yeah. That's what I was looking at. And a lot of things I saw was just absolutely ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
So were you looking for a 1 bed, 2 bed, 3 bed? What were you seeking? Or was it just anything?
2 bed ideally, because I think at that time I just thought 1 bed doesn't really give me much room to, you know, to maneuver into other things as well. So I thought 2 bed makes more sense at this time. I definitely couldn't afford a 3 bed at that time.
Okay, so you eventually found a property.
Oh yeah.
Where was this?
Lewisham.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And Lee. In Lee. Yeah, in Lee.
Know it. So you kept in South London.
I didn't even know about Lee before. I didn't know there was an area called Lee in Lewisham.
I was like,
I was, you know, it's difficult. I was just in my bubble.
Yeah.
I knew my area and that was it. So yeah.
Right. So then walk me through, you purchased this property.
Yeah.
Did you purchase it on a buy-to-let?
No.
Right.
So I bought a residential.
Okay.
And then turned it to a buy-to-let after.
Right. How did you do that? Because not a lot of people know that you can turn a residential into a buy-to-let.
Yes.
And it can be done very easily.
100%.
How did you find out about that? Did someone inform you before?
No, not before. So the plan initially was to buy it as a residential.
Yeah.
And then talking to, you know, you know when you buy a property, then naturally you start networking with other people.
You tell them your plans.
Exactly.
What you want to do.
Exactly. Yeah. So then I found out about consent to let.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, cool, amazing.
Can you explain what consent to let is?
So essentially, it's just when you inform the lender that there's been a change of circumstances, and for example, you could say, I need to go and look after my mum.
Yeah.
And would you allow me to let it out?
Yeah.
And they will.
Yeah.
In some cases, they may put a charge for that. In some cases, they may just do it.
Yeah.
But in a way, it's a way to protect you, so you're not illegally doing something that you shouldn't be doing.
And there's certain conditions, aren't there?
100%.
So you have to have particular insurance, etc.
Yes.
Okay, so you bought the property as a residential.
Yeah.
You then converted it into a consent to let.
Yeah.
And then you started renting it out. What did you do?
Yeah, so when I bought it, okay. I guess now when I buy properties, I tend to find rundown properties and I do a big refurb. That one, it was me and my brothers went in there, we painted it, we changed the flooring ourselves, and that was it.
And then how did you get the tenants?
How did I get tenants at the time? I think it was either Gumtree. I think it was Gumtree at the time. I believe so, yeah, Gumtree. I don't use Gumtree no more.
Yeah. Okay, and how long did it take for you to move on to buy your second property?
2 years.
How did you know that this was your space and that you wanted to buy another property? So what happened in those 2 years?
Yeah, I didn't know that this was my space, if I'll be completely honest with you.
Really?
Yeah. I was treating it like a side hustle.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a big side hustle.
Yeah, I treated it like a side hustle. And not a lot of people knew what I was doing. And then at that time, I started teaching as well.
Okay.
So...
Is that your profession?
Yeah, that was my profession at the time. So I was teaching. I also had another business as well. I had a fashion business at one point, and I had an entertainment business, to the point that the money that I was making, I wasn't touching my teaching money at all.
Okay, just rewind it back a little bit, because I'm intrigued. So did you go to uni to study a teaching degree?
No, so I went to uni to study graphic design.
Okay.
Yeah, graphic design.
So how did you get into teaching?
Yeah. So what happened is I was after I left uni and I got my BA honours, I started working for a fashion company.
Okay.
And I was doing the graphics for their branding. So it was like an up-and-coming fashion brand. And I was going to all these fashion shows and meeting all these, celebrities and all that sort of stuff. But what I was getting paid was just peanuts. And I guess I didn't have the patience to sort of see that out. I think I was there for about...
You're a businessman. You're there with your own property.
Yeah. I think I was there for about maybe 6 or 8 months.
Yeah.
But also, you have to work towards briefs, and I wanted creativity to kind of do my own things. And I went to my brother's parents' evening, and the teacher still remember me. My textiles teacher was there, and there was a graphic teacher there as well. And I was really good at art, textiles, all that side of things. So she told me to speak to the graphic design teacher, and we just got on. And he was just telling me he got into teaching.
Okay.
And so he was teaching there, and also he does side hustles as well. And I thought, okay, cool, maybe this could make sense. I could go into this and still be able to do my side hustle. And you obviously got the holiday periods and all that sort of stuff. So I wasn't going to do a PGC.
Okay.
I wasn't going to do PGC. That was the hardest thing I've ever done.
Really? I can imagine.
Yeah. So I wasn't going to do that. Passed it. Amazing. And I left everything last minute, if I'll be honest with you. And...
You're very driven.
Thank you.
Like, where does your drive come from?
It might just be the Nigerian in me,
Do you
I'll be honest with you. Yeah. They say Nigerians, we all just we're very like that. But no, I think, I don't know. I would say it's probably how I've been brought up, parents, and being the eldest as well. I had that responsibility from an early age. Just, you grow fast, and and yet you have to sort of set things up, and if you don't, there's consequences. Because it was hard growing up, not having some of the basic things and stuff like that, and so you see it and you kind of know, okay, cool, I need to now make sure I set things up properly, because if not, I don't want to be in that position.
Yeah.
So, and teaching.
So you went from university,
Yes.
saving enough money to buy a property at 21.
Yeah.
You've purchased a property.
Yeah.
And whilst you're renting that out, you were working as a graphic designer.
Yeah.
You then moved into teaching after doing the PGCE.
Yeah.
How long did you teach for?
10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 10 years.
So you're teaching and you're building up your business.
Yeah, in the background. So
right, okay.
Yeah.
So we got to 2 years in where we were buying another property and we were talking about how that came about.
Yeah.
Can we just go back there?
Okay.
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, so
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah. So the second property, yeah.
So how did we get to purchase the second property?
So all I done was save up the money, like the rental money I was getting, and also I started a entertainment company as well. So was doing like photo booths.
Right.
Yeah. So I saw it being done in America. I didn't see anything like that in the UK. I made my first photo booth at school. Because I'm a DT teacher, design technology teacher. So I made it in the workshop.
Wow.
Yeah, I just tried and error, made it in the workshop.
Yeah.
Got my first booking, wedding. I think it was in North London somewhere.
Yeah.
And it went really well.
I mean, I remember when I was working in corporate, whenever there was like a summer event, a Christmas event, we had those photo booths.
Yeah. You might see me there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine I was teaching, and I was doing that on the weekend, and I was having the property thing in the background as well.
Damn.
So I was just doing a
You
whole thing.
were going hard.
Yeah.
You weren't messing about.
To the point where I think there was an event where I saw one of the assistant heads
Right.
at the event. And luckily we're cool.
Yeah.
We're cool. But it's So So that in the background, stacking that money, and I was able to buy the second one in Brixton.
Wow.
In a great location. And at that point, I've sort of connected with certain people, and this was an amazing deal as well at the time.
When you say network, who were you connecting with?
I think it was more to do with estate agents. It was more like estate agents, and then talking to this estate agent, that estate agent, and then they understanding what I'm looking for, and the sort of discounts I'm looking for, and then it's just connecting the dots.
Right. Okay. So you bought your second property in Brixton.
Yeah.
Do you mind telling me how much you purchased it for?
200K.
Because you couldn't find a bin in Brixton for that.
Yeah, 200K.
And what was it? A flat, a house?
A 2-bed flat.
Okay.
In a mansion building.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cold Harbour Lane.
Right.
Yeah.
Prime location.
Yeah.
And then what happened? Did you and your brothers do it up?
No, that was ready to go.
That was ready to go?
That was ready to go.
Really?
Yeah, ready to go.
Okay. And then tell me what happened after that.
Rented it out, and same sort of thing. Wait 2 years. That was just my wait 2 years. Get the money back up again, and then go out again to buy another property.
How many properties do you have in total?
At the moment, because I've sold some.
Okay.
At the moment, 4 HMOs and 3 buy-to-lets.
Right.
Yeah.
Why did you sell them?
Just because they weren't doing what they need to do anymore. Yeah. They've run their course, and that was
How do you know when a property's run its course?
It could be something to do with what government put in place, or maybe at that time I just feel that the money could be used somewhere else much better. Yeah, that was it. And so for me, there's no emotional attachment to the properties. Once they've done what they need to do, if they need to be sold, I'll sell them. With the HMOs, I probably won't sell them.
Why?
Just because their cash flow so really, the cash flows are really well. So I think for me, they're like long-term assets.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're saying it, you say it so flippantly, but these are huge milestones that you've accomplished, and we've only got to, the third property, I think.
Yeah.
But in reality, buying these properties are quite stressful, aren't they? Or not for you?
No. Those first two properties, they were quite straightforward. And actually, the second one was a bit tricky.
Okay,
A bit
why?
tricky. The solicitors just doing silly things sometimes, and just slowing the process down. The first one was actually pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the reason why I just carried on with it.
Right.
Because I didn't have a bad experience.
Yeah.
But I've had some bad experiences, and maybe if I had that at the beginning, I wouldn't be here right now having a conversation with you. So,
all right. So tell me the bad experiences that you've had.
So many. I've had
with tenants.
Oh, with tenants.
Yeah. Tell me the bad experiences with tenants.
I haven't really had major problems with tenants.
No.
Yeah, I would say. Okay, I would say the difficult problem I had was in one HMO that I was managing. So I've got a management company as well.
Right.
So we currently manage 13 properties.
Okay.
Now. And so there was a HMO in Streatham, and one of the tenants just look, like me and you, pays his rent. He's got an amazing job. He works in a bank. By month 7, rent didn't come into the account. Okay, what's going on? So we try to reach out, nothing. And reach out to the other tenants as well. They said that they haven't seen him. What's going on there? Then one of the tenants reached out to me to say, you need to get down here. He's an alcoholic, drinks everywhere. He hasn't bathed, he's just been there, pissed himself just there for how many days?
In his room?
In his room, yeah. And it turns out that he's got mental health issues, and alcohol is a problem as well. And something triggered it off within his family.
Right.
So, yeah, that was very difficult to handle.
How would you navigate that situation?
I guess this is the blessing of having other property friends and investors around you. So I was reaching out to them to how do I handle this? Because ultimately,
you have a duty of care.
100%. His health is very important, and we don't want someone to kill themselves in the house or anything like that. So we go in contact with the next of kin. Luckily, he's got all that information on the system.
Brilliant.
To let them know what's going on. They came to the property. We called the ambulance as well. He refused to go, and that's when I learned that if they refuse to go, the ambulance can't take them. So he stayed at the property again. I was thinking, no, he needs to go to the hospital.
But what about his? Did they deemed him to have mental capacity? Because if they deem him to not have mental capacity, they should be able to take him.
No, that's the rules. If they don't want to go, they can't force them. They can't force them, yeah. So, but the second time, I called him again. And luckily, well, I say luckily, the guy that came and was working, his brother passed away through alcohol poisoning.
Right.
So he's experienced that.
Yeah.
That personally, and he was adamant that you are coming with me today. I don't want to hear it. So he went with them. He was in hospital for maybe a month.
So while he was in hospital, did you have to keep his room for him?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
What's the legalities around this? When because he's not paying rent, I'm assuming.
Yeah, exactly. I had to learn everything, but I think sometimes there's a moral part in this as well that you have to sort of consider. And everyone's different. For me, I said, we're going to leave the room exactly how it is until we're able to make communication with him.
Okay.
Because it's his property, it's his item that in the room. And until we had communication, I suggested to him, is it possible, can I send a cleaner to go in and clean the room? Yeah. He said, okay. And the cleaner went in. The cleaner had to throw all the furniture away because it was that bad. wardrobe, bed, everything had to go.
Wow.
Had to be a deep clean. And he was just apologizing to me. And he said, Muiz, I'm really, really sorry. You know I'm not like that. Any damages, I'm going to pay for. Anything I owe, I'm going to pay for. It's just this thing that I've got. This is that. And I know I can't stay at the property. Luckily, he suggested this because it's not safe for the others in the shed property. So I will sort myself out and I'll go. And I just took time with him. I didn't chase the rent. Didn't chase anything. But yeah, he paid later on. Yeah, I just left it. And I guess that's what we have to do sometimes. You can't be so.
Would you say your approach is quite calm and relaxed if you're dealing with non-payment of rent, or was it just for his situation?
I feel like if there's communication, I'm good. As long as you've communicated, then I feel like you're not taking the piss, or you're not taking, if you get in contact with me 2 days before to say, look, this is a situation, is it possible that I can pay by so-and-so date?
You're fine.
That's okay, because things happen.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. But if it's a situation where you just go quiet and I don't hear nothing from you, then that's a bit more difficult.
Have you had a lot of situations where tenants haven't paid? Because I think that's the fear, isn't it, for landlords? Yeah. Tenants not paying.
Like I said, besides from that situation that I've mentioned, and maybe the odd, they make contact and say, look, I'm just letting you know, and it's okay, because I've got tenants that have been with me for 7 years plus. If they communicate to me and say, look, I'm going to be late by 2 days, why am I going to complain about that?
How do you check a tenant? Because I'm assuming that you would need to do your background checks.
Yes.
How would you go about that?
So we use third-party reference companies to do the background checks on them.
Like who?
So we work with an estate agent. So, and they do all the background checks, and sometimes it's just you look at the profile in terms of what they do for work. Would they fit with everybody else in the property?
Right.
Does it make sense?
So you're matching.
In a sense, they're like date matching, but sometimes you have to, because if you get the wrong, what's the word?
Yeah, I can. The wrong match.
The wrong match. Yeah.
Yeah, it could cause
major problems.
Explosions.
Yeah, exactly. So it has to be right.
Okay. Have you ever got it wrong before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you learn.
Right.
Sometimes your gut tells you. And listen, everyone's been there, especially when you're sort of starting out and you just need to get money in the bank, and you're just like, I'm just going to take them. And that's the person you don't take. And now I take my time. Yeah. The place can be sitting empty for a week or so. I'm okay with that. Because so I want to get the right person.
Right.
Because peace of mind is priceless.
It really is, honestly, when you're dealing with people. In regards to an HMO, if I wanted to set one up,
yes,
and I said, help me,
yep,
can you walk me through the steps? What would you tell me to do? Great
question. So I guess the first thing I want to know is why do you want to get into HMOs, and what's the goal? What's the end goal?
I want to get into HMOs because I've got 3 properties.
Yeah.
And I don't want them sitting empty.
Yeah.
I would like to make as much money as I can from them.
100%.
The goal is to eventually build enough cash where I can eventually sell the properties and retire.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I guess the first thing I would say is that HMOs will definitely give you cash flow as long as you get the right location.
Okay.
And obviously, the more HMOs you have, and if you accumulate all that cash flow together, that's going to give you a lot of capital once you sort of save it. So the first thing I would say is that we need to focus on a gold mine area in terms of which area do you want to operate in, and to make sure that there's no Article 4 restrictions.
What's an Article 4 restriction?
So Article 4 is the council putting restriction in certain boroughs, taking away your PD rights.
What's a PD right?
Your permit development rights.
Okay.
So, for example, like if you want to do a loft on your house.
Right.
There's a, you know, in most cases, you've got permit development, you just inform the council, and as long as everything is done correctly, they will agree to it. Now, in some boroughs, you're not allowed to do HMOs because they restrict it, maybe because there's too many HMOs in that area, or they're trying to, they want to keep the original houses for families. There could be many reasons.
What areas are they?
Well, for example, if we're talking about South London, Croydon, is one of them. Yeah, Bromley.
Really?
Yeah, Bromley was a quiet one that came into place. Lewisham.
That's shocking.
Yep. You can still do Lambeth as we speak, but they're gonna come very soon for Lambeth.
Do they is there a time restraint? So do they do that for 12 months, 24 months, and then lift it?
So the Article 4.
Yeah.
I think it lasts for 5 years.
Right.
Or 5 or 10 years, and they I think they reapply for it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. And that's how it goes.
Right. Okay. So should I be speaking to a planner?
Not necessarily. There's a lot of platforms online where you can put in the address and it will tell you whether the property is in Article 4 or non-Article 4.
What's the website?
And also, I've got it on my computer. I don't remember the top of my head right now, but actually, no, I thought I had it. But also, you can go on the council's website, and it will tell you whether it's Article 4 or non-Article 4. However, some of the council's website is not really clear.
Right.
So I guess if it was, let's say you was working with me, then I would tell you, I'll do my due diligence of the area, and I'll tell you whether you can or you cannot do it in this area.
Right. Okay.
So that'd be the most important thing to look at first, because there's no point you buying a property with the mindset of turning it into HMO, and now it's an Article 4, and now you can't refinance on a commercial valuation based on what you're trying to do, and then it's only based on the bricks and mortar. Now the deal don't stack up. That make no sense.
Yeah.
And I guess the second thing is, who's your end user? Right. So are you targeting the professionals? Are you targeting social housing? Are you targeting companies? Right. You know, supporting living, children homes. So you need to know who you're making the product for, because that will determine how much money you're spending on the refurb, what sort of level of refurb you're doing, and so many other things as well.
Right. Okay.
And your build team and your power team.
What's the difference?
So to be fair, it's the same thing. The reason I said power team is your broker, your solicitor, your architect, structural engineer, all the above. You need the right people on your team in order to work fast, give you the right information, get the right lending, utilize the space in the best way possible. Think about some ideas that you've never thought about. If you've got the right team, you essentially don't need to know everything about HMOs, because they know everything about it in order to do exactly what you need to do. Yeah. And then a build team. A build team can make or break your deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because unfortunately, there's a lot of cowboy builders in the UK, and they're ready to take your money, but not ready to do the work.
Oh, please.
So you have to do your due diligence on who you are getting to do your works. Yeah. You need to look at, you know, their track history, see what deals they've done so far, get referrals, speak to, you know, other investors. Yeah. And for me to work with somebody new, it'll be difficult. You need to become recommended by someone who I trust and who I respect.
Well, I'm sure all these years you've built a strong team around you, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got a strong team in London for sure, especially South London, and now I'm doing stuff in Kent, and I've got a strong team there now as well. And that took me about 8 months of research as well as connecting with people around there, because it's not my patch. Right. So now networking with people there, you know, rubbing the right shoulders and understanding exactly what to do in that area. And now I've got an amazing build team there as well. So
do you offer these services? If somebody wanted to set up a HMO, would you be able to show them how to do that?
100%. So now I'm teaching. You know, I used to be a teacher. Yeah. And to be fair, I didn't start teaching property now. I was always teaching on the side.
Yeah.
So people will come into my DMs asking, I need support, and I'll support them. In some cases, I was doing it for free.
Yeah.
And in some cases, later on, I started charging.
Yeah.
But nothing like crazy. And it's only now that I've decided that I'm going to do it officially now. So as we speak right now, I'm setting up the whole systems in the background. But I didn't want to wait until that's all set up. I just wanted to get started straight away. So I've got people within who are in the process right now, and they're doing amazing. I've got someone who I helped initially get into rent to rent.
Right.
So that's management. That's taking a property from a landlord and using it as a HMO and making the money in between.
Right.
For cash flow purposes. He currently has 15 properties in his management.
Wow.
And he's bought 2 HMO properties, 2 properties that he converted into HMOs, and that was all through the support. And on top of that, me and him are working together on a turnkey HMO for an investor.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and that's how things work. And I've got these two young guys who started in rent to rent, and I helped them there. They're on their second property now, and they're coming on their HMO property right now.
Wow.
And I've got 3 people for 2 months, and they've all got properties agreed.
Wow.
So we're going through the process right now
Yeah.
of the the planning and all that sort of jazz.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And how long have you been working with these people? Or
Not long at all. So the first guy initially, he's someone who I worked with before, but that whole process of him starting rent to rent, that was very quick. Within, I think he will say this, within the first month, he picked up his first property. First month, and then from that it was just like back to back, back to back, back to back. And now he does HMOs as well. And like I said, we're working together on a turnkey.
that's incredible. I mean, when you teach people, I guess you're their mentor as well.
Yes.
Is it for a set period of time? Do you say sign up with me for 6 weeks, or do they pay every month? How does it work?
So at the moment, the way I'm doing it is there's a 6-month process and there's a 12-month process as well. And coming from a teaching background, I know that everyone learns in different ways. So I try to make sure that I put things in place to make sure whatever level you're coming from, whatever background you're coming from, I can make sure I know 100% I'm going to get this information to you.
Yeah.
I can break it down. I can make it more complex. I can make it more easy. I can do it visually. However you learn, we're going to make sure that you understand that process.
Right. Is it one-to-ones? Or is it like, have you set up units, modules? Or is it just you and them?
So there's modules there for them to read. And they have a one-to-one once a week with me. That's for an hour.
That's brilliant.
So they can book in the call. It's down to them.
Yeah.
And what I find is that at the beginning, they need that support, a lot of handheld. But after a while, they're sort of doing their thing. Yeah, that's it. So, and they also have access via WhatsApp as well, in terms of messaging during work hours, Monday to Friday. But essentially, it's just, everything's online really. The calls, we do Zoom call or we just do a normal call.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It seems as though when I look at you, I look at your Instagram page, your social media page, your YouTube channel, having the conversation with you now, everything just seems to be so smooth for you. Like, it's just, you can't put a foot wrong. You're doing so many things. Have you ever made a mistake?
Yeah, 100%.
Tell me.
100%.
What mistake have you made?
Listen, probably loads to be fair. And you know what it is that I think it's that teacher element. Being a teacher for 10 years, you have to have thick skin and you have to come across that you've got it figured out. Because these kids will rip you apart. They don't care. They will tell you about yourself. Yeah. So.
Did you teach in South London?
Yeah. Yeah. They tried me in the first week, and once they understood, they knew what time it was. So yeah, it's just, I think that, I'm not perfect. I will get things wrong. But I think it comes down to how you handle those situations. I'm good at problem solving. So there's an issue. Okay, cool. How are we going to fix it? That's how we're going to fix it.
Yeah.
So things don't go smooth all the time. You lose money. I've lost money many times. So for example, I'm just getting to it. For example, so everyone sees the great things online, right? You're standing in front of a house.
Yeah, keys,
amazing.
Yeah.
But they don't realize that particular property is taking that almost 6 months or 7 months negotiation, solicitors, all this other stuff. And you don't see all the other properties that fell out of bed, that paid valuations for. We're talking about $2,000, 2.5K valuations for, and maybe the sellers decided to change their mind.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that can be done. You've lost your money. The valuer is not going to give you back your money. And there's been situations where the estate agents have lied about certain things, hidden information. You paid valuation, and that's it.
Right.
That's happened to me twice.
Right.
I've lost almost 5K.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. Have you ever made a big mistake, like from your judgment, that has cost you a lot of money?
I think maybe going back to builders,
Right.
that's what I would say in the early days, going cheap, picking the wrong builder,
Right.
and doing the work, and then it didn't plan out exactly how it is, and then you paid twice or 3 times.
Yeah,
over.
going cheap is more expensive, they say, don't they?
100%, yeah. So
What about what you mentioned earlier? So you were saying that you don't really spend a lot of money on yourself. Is that still true now?
no, that's slowly changing.
Yeah.
That's slowly changing now. And I guess that's why people see me traveling quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think that's what I enjoy.
Right, that's your treats.
Yes, that's what I enjoy. I'm not someone that's big on the designer brands or anything else.
Why not?
I like a few things, but that's not my. In terms of like happiness, that's not what's gonna make me happy.
Okay.
There's something about traveling and just being in a different environment.
I like that. You don't seem to have ever been the type of person to be swayed by pressure, like peer pressure, what's going on, your social surroundings. You always seem to kind of have stayed quite true to who you are and focused, kept your eye on the prize.
Yeah.
That hasn't changed.
No, that hasn't changed. No.
What does make you happy?
Like I said, yeah, traveling.
Anything else?
Family. Food.
What's your goal? Why are you doing all of this?
That's a great question. I think I want to get to that point where, I want to get to that point where my base doesn't have to be in one particular place. I can be, I could probably do it now, but I got family to think about as well. But I could be 6 months here, 6 months there. And yeah, I think I want to get to that point where the cash flow is enough. I've reached all my goals. I can just focus on supporting people and helping people, and even maybe investing in businesses as well, and startups and stuff like that, and just more focusing in that sort of way. But I don't think I don't have it all figured out at the moment in terms of what's that final stage. I'm kind of just, if I'm honest, I'm winging it a bit, but I kind of know. I think once I'm there, I'll know exactly when enough's enough.
Have you ever experienced burnout?
Yeah.
How many times?
Loads.
What happens when you're burnt out?
My head gets hot. I just need to lay down. But I feel the gym. You asked what fitness makes me happy as well. So going to the gym or doing some sort of sports activity, without that, I feel like that's my therapy. I'll be honest with you. Without that, I'll be finished. Yeah.
Do you have a good support network?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. Do you have a mentor?
I would say I don't have a direct mentor, but everyone around me who's doing amazing things, and also family are my mentors.
As a highly ambitious entrepreneur, do you think it's important to be surrounded by a particular type of person?
Yes and no. I think everything starts within.
Right.
Starts with you, because you could be around amazing people but still don't do anything with it. So I think you need to have that hunger.
Yeah.
And if you have that hunger, then yeah, obviously if you got people around you, it would help for sure. Because you know, you can have those sort of conversations. And
I mean, like, have you had friends that you've just had to let go of because they're just not aligned with you?
Nah.
Everyone around you has been...
Yeah, because you know, it is, if someone's your true friend, then you're your friend, right? And just because maybe they're not in this, they haven't got the same mindset as you or whatever, I wouldn't end that friendship unless we fell out on something, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So because I know what I'm doing, I feel like I know what I'm doing. That's not going to sway me to. Yeah.
Would you ever consider employing staff?
Yeah, 100%.
What would that look like?
It would be someone, like, for example, like, I go and look for these properties, to find these deals, find these opportunities, and then try to raise the finance and all that sort of process. So I want someone to replace me doing that. So maybe I'll still focus on raising the finance, but that person who has the eye has the knowledge to understand what a good deal is and to negotiate really well and to manage that whole process.
If you had lost everything today,
that's scary.
It is scary, isn't it?
Yes.
But if you did lose everything today and you had to start again tomorrow, would you do exactly what you've done, or would you do something completely different?
If I was to start again in property, let's say I was doing property, I would be focusing on rent to rent initially. So just doing management. So that would be management for HMO, management for short stays, Airbnbs. I'll be selling deals. I'll be doing that in order to build capital and cash flow as well, and hopefully have enough in the pot to now focus on HMOs. So I would definitely do HMOs for sure. I wouldn't do anything else.
Really?
Yeah.
HMOs is the winner.
That's what I feel.
Can I just ask you about cash flow and how important you think it is to any business?
It's very important.
Why?
Yeah. It's just, obviously it depends on your overheads, you know, and what you got going on. But in order to grow, and especially doing your business, you've also got your personal life as well. So you got your personal bills and everything else, and all these things have to be covered. And then on top of that, you're still trying to make something as well. And I always break down the whole HMO route to people in terms of not how easy it is, but how, if you're comparing it to the average wage, how simple it is. So one property in London or in West Kent, for example, good locations, and let's say you got a 6 or 7 bed HMO, and gross, let's say you're making about, I don't know, 5.5, but net you're clearing at minimum 2.5k. Yeah, 2.5k for one property, and you're making that every single month. Why would you not want to take that? Why would you not want to try it? And then once you could see that, and that's what helped me decide to step away from teaching. It was a very hard decision to step away because I actually enjoyed teaching.
Right.
Didn't like the politics, but I love teaching. I'm still in contact with a lot of my students right now.
Yeah, that's lovely.
And that process of making money elsewhere, and that big amount of money, I thought, okay, cool. Now I got to make that transition. And yeah, so, but the teaching never stops. And
it's clearly in your blood.
Yeah. You know, I referred back to. I started getting a lot of ex-students following me on socials.
How did that make you feel?
Felt a bit weird. Felt a bit weird at first. And they were like, "Sir," and I was like, "Don't call me sir. Don't call me sir. Don't call me sir." And I remember one reached out to me, and he was my graphic student, and he done really well. He was, you know, at first it was a bit trouble, but smashed it, done really well. And he said, "Sir, I need help. I want to get into property. I want to buy a property, but I don't know what to do." I helped him throughout the whole process.
Really?
The whole process, bought his property. And the day he picked up the keys, he messaged me, and I still got it in my thing.
Wow.
He said, "I can't believe it that you taught me, and I passed my GCSE. I got an A, and on top of that, you helped me get a property."
That's so lovely.
Like, that's weird. So yeah, it's just
that must be such a nice feeling.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And I still, you know, there's one in particular, he plays football. He needed help doing a refurbishment, but he didn't know who to trust. But he said, "I can trust you. I know you, you know." And so I went there, my build team, we done the whole process for him.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
And he wasn't there at the time, he was playing football, doing his thing.
That's so nice.
So yeah, it's just, yeah, it's good to do.
I mean, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
What you've achieved, I know you're going to continue to achieve because you're so driven. I can't believe we've already spent an hour together.
Oh, it's gone quick.
It's gone so quickly.
Yeah,
I've got so many more questions to ask you, but hopefully you can come back.
Yes.
And you can tell me more about your teaching program.
Yeah.
But before we go, can you provide me with one tip that you want to leave for other entrepreneurs that you think would just be a gem in their pocket that they should carry with them?
Yeah. Let me see. I would say try to learn how to be a good problem solver, because I feel that that's what's helped me throughout this process, because I didn't study business, and I would tell you right now, I'm still figuring things out myself. Every day is a new day. But yeah, try to learn how to be a problem solver, and also you don't have to know everything. Get the people on board that do know it, and encourage them to, you know, step up and take that burden off your plate. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.